Okay, today we are going to be learning about pronouns. And although you might not know off the top of your head what a pronoun is, I know that you will understand it very quickly when I explain, because we use pronouns all the time when we're reading and when we're writing. So our I can statement is I can use pronouns to substitute for nouns. So what a pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. We know a noun is a person, place, thing, or idea, right? So when we use a pronoun, look at that root word in pronoun. When we use a pronoun, it takes the place of a noun. So there's a lot of different pronouns that we use. Singular means when we're talking about just one single person, place, thing, or idea. So I, me, you, he, him, she, it, and her. Those are all examples of singular pronouns when you're talking about just one single noun. Plural is when you're talking about more than one person, place, thing, or idea. Okay? So instead of saying the class, or all the students, I should say, we'd say them or they. Okay? Instead of saying me and Miss Laura and all of the students, we could say we. It's a group, so it's more than one person, place, thing, or idea. Okay, so that's the difference between singular and plural. Talking about one if it's singular, talking about more than one if it's plural. So for example, when you see the sentence here, after Lynn ate 10 cookies, Lynn felt sick. Well, saying Lynn's name twice in the sentence is very repetitive, and it doesn't sound very fluent when we read, especially if I went on to continue to talk about Lynn feeling sick. I don't want to keep saying Lynn, Lynn, Lynn all over and over again. So after I say Lynn one time, I'm going to replace her name with a pronoun. I'm going to use a singular pronoun because I'm just talking about one person. Lynn is a girl, right? So I'm going to use she. So instead of saying, after Lynn ate 10 cookies, Lynn felt sick, I could say, after Lynn ate 10 cookies, she felt sick. Okay, sounds much better. So I'm going to read a little book today that is all about pronouns, and I want you to listen in and find as many pronouns as you can, especially those that you are familiar with. You're going to recognize a lot. So this book is called I and You and Don't Forget Who. What is a pronoun? A pronoun is a word that takes the place of a noun. Right? He is a pronoun, she is a pronoun, even little old me is a pronoun. So is I, so is you, whom and they and we and who. Just like a substitute teaches your class when she's asked to fill in for your teacher. A pronoun steps in as the sub or substitute for a noun, becoming the star of the feature. Pronouns can save us from a boatload of words and help to avoid repetition. That means repeating over and over again. They stand in for Venice, Marie, or spaghetti because that's their specified mission. Without them, we'd say, Anne's father surprised Anne and bought Anne a sporty new truck. Anne got so excited that when Anne first saw it, Anne couldn't believe Anne's good luck. We repeated Anne a lot in that sentence, right? And it doesn't sound, or in that little mini story. It doesn't sound very good, right? Now, Anne is a really big fan of her name, but even she'd have to agree. These phrases could sure use a her here and then, and perhaps an occasional she. So Anne is our noun, and we can replace Anne with her or she to make the story sound a lot better, a lot more fluent. Personal pronouns stand in for a noun like Mrs. McKinley or Grady. He could be Stephen. I might mean Josh. They could be Bonnie and Bradley. Sometimes a pronoun is possessive. This cookie is mine, not hers. So remember, possessive is when something belongs to us. So mine is showing that it belongs to me. Demonstrative pronouns help point something out, as in this, these, and those are all yours. So instead of saying cake, 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 we're saying this, these, and those. Indefinite pronouns tell about people and things without being specific, as in someone around here is quite a good cook and something in here smells terrific. Nothing and all are indefinite too, so are anyone, no one, or any. Everyone, none, several, somebody, some, both, neither, nobody, many. So we know all these words and we use them when we talk and we write and we read all the time, but now we know that they are called pronouns. If it helps form a question, it's called an interrogative, a very inquisitive pronoun. What are you looking at? Who is your daddy? Which road do we take to the hoedown? So what, who, and which. Who can replace words like he, she, and me. It's a pronoun that's constantly doing. Who ordered pizza? Who spilled the popcorn? Who started the audience booing? So who can replace he, she, and me, which are already pronouns. Whom takes the place of them, him, and her, and the action is being done to it. With whom am I speaking? In whom can I trust? To whom would you like me to glue it? So like a pinch hitter or a good babysitter, the pronoun will say, you can go noun. I've got your job covered. Aren't you glad you've discovered the helpful and practical pronoun? So what is a pronoun? Do you know? All right, so those pronouns all take the place of nouns. Like I said, you can always remember that because when we look at the word pronoun, we have the root word noun, okay? Here's our examples. We are going to continue to work on them this week so you have some time to practice and get really good at using pronouns and identifying pronouns, okay?